Okay, I'm in St. Stephen, the airport, so-called airport, whatever you want to call it. But anyhow, and what's your name?
Tim Foulkes.
And you own this plane?
Yes, this is my Piper Tomahawk.
And you are an activist against quarry in Bayside.
Yes, we're trying to keep the area green and in a state where people will be able to enjoy it for hundreds of years to come.
You're quite a legend there. You're not dead yet, but you're quite... you just fly this airplane over the quarry. Do you have any funny stories?
No, other than after I did it for the first few times, they got kind of excited because they thought I might be a terrorist, so they called me up and asked me who I was and all the rest of it, and they said they sent a report into the Department of Transport and so on, but I do everything legally, keep the right altitude above any people or structures, and there's no restricted area there, so you can fly over it anytime you like, regardless of whether there's a ship in or not. But these big American ships that are coming in, I guess they're all a bit paranoid about somebody crashing into them or something, I don't know. I'm just doing my routine walkabout, checking oil and fuel and all those other things.
You nervous?
Well, I'm always concerned that somebody might have got into my hangar and put water in my fuel tanks or something, you know. Because we know the connections with the quarry, and I know that they know I'm a pain in their arse, so it wouldn't surprise me if somebody tried to do something.
Wow, isn't that nice to know, especially when I'm going to ride in it in a few minutes. Okay?
Well, that's why I'm being careful.
You've been doing this for how long now?
About 8 years.
And you say it's safe?
Well, it's a lot safer than driving on the highway. Absolutely. Of course, a good pilot doesn't know necessarily how to fly. He knows when not to fly. Of course, he's got to know how to fly as well, but the critical thing is to know when to fly and when not to fly. And the people that get killed most often are the fools that think they know when to fly when it really isn't safe.
Like John F. Kennedy Jr. there.
Well, exactly. I mean, I'm also an old-time sailor, and the rules as far as the aerodynamics or hydrodynamics of flying are almost identical to that of sailing. And if you know how to race a small dinghy in a gale of wind, there's no problem in understanding how an airplane flies.
So you did such a good job fighting against the expansion of the quarry. Now it's sort of got you paranoid that that's what you're doing. You're checking everything. You don't trust anybody.
Well, this is what I'm doing here. It is a routine walkabout that every pilot does to every airplane every time he takes off. And even the commercial airliners, they have one pilot go around and check all the things they're supposed to anyway, to make sure there's no loose parts or anything like that. It's just part of the training. You do your pre-flight checks.
So if something happens, at least they could find this in a memory chip. This will be your flight. What they call it?
It's a pre-flight check.
No, what do they call it there when their plane crashes? They look for the black box. The black box.
Well, these little airplanes don't have black box.
No, this will be the black box right here.
Oh, right. Yes. So we've checked everything around the external part of the airplane. So now I'm going to haul it out onto the ramp.
There's part one.